Welcome viewers, Syndrome here with Breaking the Stream Gaming. Today I'll be starting a playthrough of one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games, which has recently been released for Steam, Switch, PS4, not sure what else, but the game is Saga Frontier. This is a game that came out originally, way back in 1997 I believe it was, and the game features 7 main protagonists and a slew of other characters, each one with their own unique storyline. The remaster has added in quite a few things in addition to greatly cleaning up the visuals of the game. Let's see, it also added in an 8th protagonist who was always a playable character, but never a main story character. So I am going to be running through each of the characters in turn. Yeah, so why don't we just dive right into this? No, don't want to end the game. Alright, so we have a choice of 7 starting characters. We have Amelia, who is a supermodel, if I recall, who suffers an unfortunate event in her personal life. T-260, a robot who has lost his memory and his body, as it turns out. Riki, a little green monster from a dying world. Blue, a sorcerer in training who is out to learn all sorts of magic. Ocellus, who is a half-human, half-mystic, who's trying to find herself. She also happens to be far and away my favorite character in the game. We've got Red, a young man whose family also suffers a tragic twist, and who in turn becomes a superhero to avenge them. And then we have Lute. Lute's a bum. I don't like Lute. I hate Lute. He has the weakest storyline, he's a crappy character, but we need to play him, so eventually I'll get to him. Anyway though, I think that I'm going to start this off with Red. He has kind of the most, well, straightforward storyline, I'd say, and he gets some nifty powers that, make him an interesting sort. So let's just go ahead and start that up. Okay, so the remaster allows you to play either with or without additional content. I'm definitely going to play with the additional content. One of the nice things that they added in this is the ability to play the game at 3 times speed. Let's see, I already created save data, but I haven't beaten any characters, so I don't think that this should make my characters particularly strong. Oh yeah, the visuals are so much cleaner in this than they were in the original release. If you're curious, Google Saga Frontier. It was not a pretty game. They went in an interesting direction with the visuals, and it really didn't work. Also, these guys are apparently just driving in a circle. So long story short, that is Red's dad in the car with him, and he is researching this Black X organization. Basically a shadowy group of figures bent on world domination, galactic domination. I'm not really sure what sort of world this takes place in. Basically, the game world is separated into regions, which are separated by kind of this blue, glowy sort of interstitial mix. I'm not sure if they take place on different planets, or if this all just takes place on one. Probably on one planet. And so much for dear old dad. Well, luckily for Red, he survived. Less luckily, well, nothing good happens to his family in this game. Pretty sure his mom and his sister were at home. And Shoes are there. Well, he's here to finish off the job. Now, this is, of course, an unwinnable fight, as I am just a punk with no weapons, and he is a, I don't know, giant cyborg? So, for purposes of the playthrough, I'm going to do combat at 3 times speed, just because there's a lot of combat and a fair amount of grinding in this game. Alright, that went about as well as expected. But Al Carl is here to save the day. Okay, what do we do here? Let's go with some blasters. Well, looks like Red's not going to make it, even though he still has 9 life points left. Only one thing to do, and that's for him to make me a hero. Now I'm Alcazar. So unlike most of the other characters, Red is able to transform in combat, but only if he is only accompanied by either robots or all of the human or living characters are dead. Also, there can't be any witnesses around. Yeah, we can't use this for personal revenge, except that's exactly what we're really going to do. And at certain storyline points, they have these little splash screens here that show off some conceptual artwork for some of the more important characters in the game. Okay, so after that, I think this takes place sometime later. We have Hawk here, who's a family friend. And basically, he gives a job. So now we are on basically a spaceship. I think. I'm still not sure if this takes place in different planets or what. But, yeah, we have become an apprentice engineer here. And, yeah, let's speed this up a little bit, too. And, yeah, basically, we collect our paycheck, we hit on the local maids, and, yeah. Alright, what to do here? Let's go up top here. See if the accountant will give us our money. Yep, there it goes. That's a nice little 200 credits. Okay, oops. Here we've got the nurse's station, which is B, J, and K, I think? But he will eventually join our party and become a powerhouse early on until I get my final party going. I don't actually think there's anything for us to do here, so I'm just going to get on with it and head back to engineering and get moving. The controls in this game are a little bit wonky in terms of the directionals, so you're going to see me kind of struggling to move around sometimes. Okay, this is the Cygnus. It's a flying ship. This is that kind of blue, glowy, interspatial matter that I was talking about here. Looks like we're heading to Baccarat, which is the casino city. Alright, and what are we going to do here? Oh, looks like we've got some Black X soldiers. Well, they don't like us talking to them, it seems. So here we have Amelia. This is the supermodel character from the character select screen. She's always in the casino. She's actually an undercover operative, but we'll find that out later. Let's talk to some of these guys, and then they should run off. Alright. They ran this way, so let's chase them to, I don't know, probably the parking lot if I had to guess. Yeah, let's go to the parking lot. And since, I went into an elevator, I was able to change into Alcazar. And Chooser, the guy who kicked our butt in the beginning of the game. So a couple of easy fights here. Now, the problem with playing as Alcazar is that you don't gain any stat increases. So we're going to need to level up as Red himself in order to boost our stats here. We can, however, learn weapon skills, so let's start using a racer. Maybe get lucky and get a couple of glimmers out of this. So, the combat system in this game, I've always liked it. Basically, there is a random chance based on the weapon or skill that you're using to gain a, not necessarily more powerful, but a different skill. Generally more powerful, but sometimes you can learn easier skills too. Okay, so gain Shining Punch out of that. Now you can have, I think, 8 skills at a time equipped, and once you have 6 skills of a certain type, by that I mean either sword, actually, what is that? No, I think it's actually physical or magical. You'll become a master in that skill, which leads to more frequent glimmers and a 1 point WP reduction cost. So if you take a look over here, these are basic skills, so they have a WP cost of 0. The more advanced skills go upwards of 12, I would say. So for now, these are not challenging fights. It's the very first fight of the game that we're supposed to be able to do. So. Hoping to get a couple more glimmers on that, but it doesn't look like we did. And this is a somewhat more challenging fight, but nothing we can't handle. But I will actually use a shine. No, I should take out the fighters first. Because I think he's going to send us to the X dimension where these guys are going to be a little bit more powerful. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, the 4th dimension, the Magisphere. The Black X Fighter's power is triple. Not a problem. And apparently our day job does take priority, unlike Superman, so yeah, we just get called back to our day job working as an engineer. Alright, let's go back and talk to accounting. Get paid. Alright. We heal out. So, something else interesting about this game is we have our basic stats. Now, hit points refresh every battle. So, it's never a case where you're going to need to heal up at least hit points after a fight. Now, WP, JP, and LP stands for weapon points, job points, and life points, do not recover. So that for those, you need to go to an inn or use items which restore those. Weapon points are used for weapon skills, JP for magic skills, and for certain items, special abilities. And life points are just a number representing how many times you can get knocked out before you die. Okay, let's see here. Now, something I always forget to do is to go to the bio-research lab. You know what? Forget that. First things first, let's go up here to Size Tomb. Now, Size Tomb is the resting place of, I don't know, an ancient king of Shrike, I believe. But located inside are a couple of really good items, which we're going to want. Okay, so in combat, we're really bad right now. I probably should have equipped something, but something else that the remake added was the auto-equip system, which is kind of nice. So, you know, at the very least, I've got a sword. That helps. Okay, 2 guys. That's probably too much for me to take by myself, so let's just do this. And maybe I could have taken it. Basically, once I get out of here, I'll have some equipment, so that'll enable me to actually fight things. Gain some stats. Okay, so if I remember right, the first thing we're going to get is a necklace or an amulet of some sort. All the names have changed, so I don't remember what any of the stuff's called. Oh, 1 robot? Yeah, I might be able to take that. Shots me. Okay, and since I've won that fight as human, I actually gained stat bonuses. In this case, my WP boost. Now this, on the other hand, I definitely cannot do. So let's just change it to Oh yeah, that's terrifying. Let's hope that I kill one of these not right. Oh no. Haha. Well, I think I'm gonna get knocked out here. Oh yeah, that's a game over. Okay, well. Luckily, we've got some autosaves. Oops. You know, I played through this once, the early parts of Red's campaign, over the last day or so, and I didn't have any trouble with this fight, so that's actually kind of surprising to me. Yeah, they are rocking me pretty badly. Huh. Okay. Oh, shoot. That is definitely not what I want to do. How do I get to the beginning of the game? Let's see here. There's got to be like a hotkey or something that lets me do that, right? And I know I can end the game. That's not what I want to do. Well, you know what? I think this is probably a good place to call this one. Anyway, I will pick up next time after I reload back to my actual game save and deal with those skeletons. Thanks for viewing. Take care.